It was midway through the third quarter of a 338 loss to New England on Sunday when Patriots running back Dion Lewis lost issue, and CBS announcer Jim Nantz said of the Raiders, "No turnovers, but at least they got issue." Not long afterward, when fullback Jamize Olawale was stuffed on a fourth-hand one from the Raiders' 44-yard line, Nantz wondered aloud about having Marshawn Lynch sitting on the bench. "I wonder if Marshawn Lynch is sitting there saying, 'What do I have to do to get the ball in short yardage against these guys?'" Nantz said. It was a reference to Lynch failing to get the ball from the 1-yard line in Super Bowl 49, with Seattle quarterback Russell Wilson instead throwing an interception to Malcolm Butler to seal the 2,824 win for the Patriots. Nantz, to be fair, wasn't being a cheap shot artist. Rather, he was doing his best to bring a little levity to a game in which the Raiders were facing their ultimate measuring stick and wound up getting beat over the head with it. By virtue of the residents in the AFC West and a jumble of mediocrity fighting for wild-card playoff berths, the Raiders at 46 can discuss mathematics in a logical manner and make an argument that they're still in the race. But the Patriots were always the target following a 124 season a year ago, with the Raiders a popular choice to challenge the defending champions for AFC supremacy. The Raiders were coming off a bye, had beaten Houston 2,720 last year in Mexico City, and ostensibly knew the lay of the land even if it wasn't a true home game. That the Raiders ended the day instead looking light years from being of championship caliber undoubtedly made for a deathly silent plane ride home. Owner Mark Davis spent lavishly in extending the contracts of both coach general manager Reggie McKenzie and coach Jack Del Rio, as well as a 5-year, $125 million extension for quarterback Derek Carr. For complete Oakland Raiders coverage, follow us on Flipboard. After breaking ground on a new stadium in Las Vegas during the week, those custom shovels with Raiders emblems will be needed soon to bury the hopes of the 2017 season. There have been 2 season-long issues the Raiders haven't been able to rectify, and they can forget the playoffs or even a .500 record until they figure them out. Both showed up in a big way against the Patriots. First, the Raiders can't defend the pass, so getting shredded by Tom Brady 30 of 37, 339 yards, 3 touchdowns was infuriating but predictable. The Raiders are giving up completions at a rate of 72.3% and are without a single interception through an astounding 11 games. They are not just bad against the pass, but historically bad. Second, there has been an inexplicable inability to hold on to the football. It's one of the reasons why the Raiders fail to have an interception, but has shown up most conspicuously on offense. There were 3 momentum-killing drops early by Seth Roberts, Johnny Holton and Michael Crabtree, with Holton having a deep throw by Carr bounce off his shoulder pads and into the hands of New England's Duron Harmon at the 16-yard line. And when the Raiders finally were on the verge of scoring late in the half and closing the gap to 147, Roberts lost a fumble at the 7-yard line. Brady got the Patriots in position for a 62-yard field goal by Steven Gostkowski at the gun to make it 170, then a 64-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks less than a minute into the third. About quarter had the Nantz and Tony Romo searching for material to complete the telecast. Like our Oakland Raiders Facebook page for more Raiders news, commentary and conversation. The 240 deficit essentially removed the Raiders' best weapon up to that point in Lynch, who had 61 yards on 9 carries in the second half and only 2 attempts in the second half. Running Lynch was a big part of the game plan. As Del Rio said afterwards, he was hoping the Raiders would get 30 rushing attempts. Another part of the plan was increased use of Obi Melifonwu after his 7-snap debut against Miami. Melifonwu started at left cornerback and was pointing to his chest, gasping for air in the altitude, and couldn't even make it through the first drive before needing a breather. Melifonwu was later the victim on Brady's deep strike to Cooks. The Raiders were so thoroughly outplayed and outcoached in every area that it serves as a reminder how things can change in the NFL. In their opener, the Patriots were blown out by the Kansas City Chiefs, while the Raiders were living up to their off-season billing with a 2,616 road win in Tennessee. Since then, the Patriots have gradually worked through some issues on defense and are 82, right on schedule to be a factor when it matters most. For the Raiders, 46, there has been little to no sign of improvement. They'll return to a skeptical home fan base which in the past week saw the team celebrate their eventual exit from Oakland and then get embarrassed against the Patriots. Next up are games at the Coliseum against Denver 37 and the New York Giants 29, and presumably a chance to be .500 and the chance to talk about being a playoff team. The only problem is, the Raiders played an actual playoff team in the Patriots, so they know the truth about what one looks like.